And what the term baller comes from. It's
Okay.
about a basketball player riches, right? Is that what it is?
Yo, this is the
Is that what it
best
is?
white
I
explanation
know.
I've heard in my life.
I know.
I love how he raised his hand. He's like basketball players and riches.
No, the riches of a basketball player.
Yes.
That's what baller. What do you call it?
You're close. You're very close to it. You actually make a good point. That's exactly what it is.
It is, right?
Yes.
Screw you, Shen.
You know what we're
I
gonna
know
do?
more hip hop than you
But it
do.
actually did get rebranded, and there is like now.
There was never rebranded at all.
There is a brand of football, merchandise.
There's
okay,
a TV show called
that
Baller.
uses
No, that's
baller
okay.
as-
Okay, no. That's
That's rebranded.
baller.
Explain-
BALR.
Okay,
Okay, has nothing to do with the meaning of baller.
okay. Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a rebranding.
No, it didn't rebrand it. Homeboy, they're just trying to take something and make a fashion line out of it.
What is BA?
No one knows. See what I mean? No one knows who they are.
Well, the idea was
I need to be closer to the mic. What's wrong with me?
the
today?
idea was they took the whole concept of baller from the U.S. hip hop.
No.
basketball. Let me
No, they just put footballs, like soccer balls, and they wrote baller on it, and they had like basically leather bags that's knitted in a way like a soccer ball is.
Okay.
It's very like football like focused,
Yeah.
and they
So,
just use the word baller.
They
That's
sell
it.
bags for
Bags, shoes,
T-shirts.
It's clothing line. It's just a
It's a
fashion
clothing
line.
Ah, it's a
That's
fashion line.
It's made by I think an ex-footballer. I think 2 ex-footballers and someone else with them.
Oh,
And
two ex ballers.
2
Two ex-ballers. Yeah, they're
We're gonna start the
two
podcast.
ex-ballers. Indeed.
Welcome to
Okay.
And
So
they-
we explain ballers. Thank you.
No, Champs is trying to ruin the name ballers. They say, "Oh no, but there's another meaning." No, there's no meaning.
They
Other
brought a
meaning.
new context.
No,
to
no,
it,
no one
baller.
did. No one did.
Yes.
Nobody did. No.
From coast to coast.
No, Shamsy. No, you're trying to force something that's not there.
I just thought it was really clever.
Welcome to Past the Kabsa. What's happening, fellas? I miss you guys.
How you doing, buddy?
I miss you.
We're good. We're good.
Shamsy, I miss you. Turks, I miss you.
All's good.
I was gonna point at the wrong person.
You always do.
As I always do.
Yes.
How you guys been?
I'm good. You good?
I'm really, really good, man. I've been looking forward to this podcast for a minute.
Yeah. What's on the table today?
Today on the
Tell us.
table is
What's cooking?
basically content creation and creativity.
Okay.
So I was talking to one of our listeners,
Mm-hmm.
a few of our listeners actually, and we were talking about content creation and how we come up with our own content. So I wanted to give a little bit of insight of how we do things, and because people think we actually like put a lot of effort, like a lot of like hard work, and true. And in reality, what we do is simple. These are conversations that we actually have like almost every other day. Actually, there's a lot of other conversations that we can't really have yet, but we're going to have later on in the future. But we don't sit down and negotiate, okay, we're going to talk about this topic, and we sit there and like, we put down bullet points and we say, oh yeah, I'm going to speak about this, you speak about that.
No. This is what you expect from us. I'm sorry. We're just spitballing here.
It's not about spitballing. It's about like we see things and we read things and we experience things on a daily basis. And a lot of these things are shared interests or common interests between us. So we always like to bring it to the table and see what the boys have to
Or
say.
Lagafa.
Lagafa is a big
definitely.
part of it, maybe, sure.
Mhm.
But I do care about like what y'all think about stuff. This is why I always bring this stuff to the table.
And with you saying that, we also care about what our listeners have been saying.
Yes, we do.
We listen. We get what people are throwing at us and what they're telling us and what we should be doing and so on and so on. We appreciate all of that.
All of the feedback.
Don't be.
Yeah.
I know they wouldn't take any of them into consideration.
It's constructive feedback in order to construct us.
Yes.
So yeah, so we're constructing, fellas and ladies, and
I don't want to say that this is like something in progress. This is something that's growing organically, and we're allowing it to grow as it goes. We're not trying to control it. We're not trying to put any limits to it, or we're trying to basically put us into a certain segment for us to be the certain type of content creator
No.
for something.
We're not overthinking this. We're just trying to have fun. We hope everyone has fun with us.
We're just having the same conversation that all of you are having at the same time. The only difference is we actually just bring it on mic. And at the same time, الجوفين a lot of things, man. دخل موضوع فيه.
True. So you're welcome, listeners.
But that might be to another question.
Hmm.
How do you guys see content creation here? I'm talking about like over all of the platforms. I'm talking about, okay, you guys like are not really big on TikTok, are you?
No, I'm not. I didn't go there
But
yet.
you see what TikTok is posting on Instagram, so you can understand the idea of it.
Yeah, I
but-
mean, I'm not that exposed to it. I'm more exposed to a very niche TikTok demographic.
Oh, mashallah.
Yeah.
What
Tell
is
us
this?
more.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just like stupid people that should not be doing any TikToks.
Okay.
I follow accounts that actually record that and send it on. Like, look at what these people are doing.
So basically, you're looking for the British comedy type of thing.
Technically, yes. Technically, yeah.
So if you pay attention across like all platforms, like, do you think that we're driving our own content, or basically we're doing like what everybody else does? We're just hopping on trends and content.
Like I can't.
That's a very hard question. I know it's kind of weird.
It's a big field. But I look at YouTube, مثلا 5-10 years ago. YouTube 5-10 years ago had a lot of like new original Saudi content coming out. Nowadays, you don't see nearly as much. But what you do see is sometimes higher quality or higher grade, something that had more time and thought being.
But those were actually like they were pitched as like mini shows and mini series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like if you're looking at just normal vlogs, we have a huge vloggers in the whole Arabian Peninsula.
True, but
what's the most famous? You would say,
the most famous? I don't know who's the most
or
famous.
let's say the most common.
Again, still, I cannot tell you who's the most common because there's so many of them,
there's a lot,
and they're pumping out like millions of views like nonstop. And there's actually kids. There's actually like little kids, man, like 14-year-olds. And they have huge following.
Well, and I'm surprised by the whole like unboxing toys thing, for example. Like, okay, this is an actual
that's
thing.
huge.
Yeah,
of
that's
course.
been huge.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
for a while.
I didn't know that this sort of
Unboxing anything.
Yeah.
There's unbox therapy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where he just unboxes things for you.
Do these people need help?
No.
No.
Again, some people they like. Okay, so when you give me a second. Okay, to unboxing for a second.
Mm-hmm.
When you get a new phone, when you buy a MacBook, when you buy an Apple, let's be specific to an Apple product because they're the ones who drove this. Don't you feel like it's an experience the second you're ripping out the wrapping and you're opening the box?
Like, I mean, if I get it as a gift, maybe, but not if I'm
even if you buy it, you don't feel like it's an
even
experience?
if you buy it, dude, the box, how it just levitates and floats and you have to slowly.
So smooth. All these little details. You don't notice it.
Yeah, okay. It's nice product presentation.
Yeah.
It's great product presentation, but it's not something that gets the
something
cockles of my heart.
No,
warm.
you can create
if I'm
content
paying
out
this
of
amount of money, you're giving me something more extra for me to have a feeling when I open your product.
Yeah.
And so when you go and you see unbox therapy, it's because these people look at how these boxes, like how these things are unboxed, how they're organized, and how they're presented to you.
That's why not every product is in a brown box.
Yeah, I get that.
That's why they have
Or a brown paper bag.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they have packaging, design, and all that.
So my question is this now. Why can't we create content that represents our culture and stop copying something that is not us?
Ooh, that's okay. Okay, there's a difference here. Different types of media have been doing it differently, and the traditional is doing what you're talking about.
When you say traditional, you mean like local channels, local
television.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that kind of thing. The radio. They kind of there's a huge culture of copying trusted formulas, basically.
If it's broke, don't fix it.
Which has been the common theme for like many years.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the international market. They did this type of show. It's working. Let's do the same thing.
In Arabic.
Yeah, in Arabic. And a cultural flair to it. And
see,
and then, but you look at different kinds of media, alternative media, like YouTube, like Instagram. I don't know about Instagram or social media in general, but the internet in general. People have been doing it in a totally different way, in a very creative, outside the box kind of way. You can't look at the
which is like unbox.
Not
it's exactly it. Because we were used to a traditional type of sales and marketing, and this brought us a totally different experience.
I'm talking about entertainment content when it comes to like drama, comedy, yada yada yada.
But you're thinking too rigidly. Well, I think I would look at it in the sense of vlogs, for example, like what kind of content is out there right now and is being consumed. For example, I don't consume a lot of stuff on YouTube that's created by local creators. That's personally not like I don't find
international creators either,
or international creators. Like it's not something that I find myself attracted to.
But you used to consume a lot of local content on YouTube when in its heyday.
Yes, because it was relevant to me and it was something new and it was different. It was something that didn't really.
It was something that spoke to you.
Yeah, and it didn't exist before. There was a novelty to it. There was that essence of okay, this is brand new. This is creatively different.
Mhm.
I think what you're saying is, why don't we see that more? Is that right? Radul?
Yes.
So when you talk about TV and media, that's always been there. That's always going to be there. But in the sense of people doing unboxing videos, for example, or people doing, a day with my dogs, or what else do people do?
Let's speak about TV media for a second. I think because media, we had this conversation, like, I don't know how many eons ago, but we talked about how we have an issue with. So when we're allowing all these media channels to basically just get something and just put it into Arabic, and we're all watching it, we're fueling that. We're now requesting more. We're now requesting more of ourselves. We're now requesting more from the people who are actually giving us stuff.
Because it's a difference in the actual delivery system. The TV way, the way it works, it's extremely passive. You're just sitting there and you're receiving. But YouTube, Instagram, all of the different social media channels, no, you're actively engaging with the creator. You're telling them what you think. You're paying with your click. That's what you're doing. If I'm a famous guy who does famous guy videos, right? And I do
famous guy videos.
Yeah. I do famous guy video A and I get 50,000. And I do famous guy video B and I get 100,000. I know that I did something right in B that I didn't do in A. I'm going to hit on the B button.
I understand that, but again,
But they still have the same metrics in TV. They see how many viewers.
It's not as accurate.
It is not, because it is passive. It's something you can just.
And it's always
put
an
there on the
estimate. On
TV.
TV, it's always an estimate.
Either way. When it comes to numbers, they still have numbers that they can follow around. But I get that in the modern era of streaming, you select what you want to watch. Where in TV, it's basically just put on the TV and don't care what's happening there.
Anna, to be honest, again, when you first asked that question, I thought my mind went back to the old YouTube shows, and I was thinking, what happened to them? Whatever happened to them?
well, that's a good question, because you know what I think happened to them in my own personal point of view?
What?
I feel like they got burned out.
Okay.
I feel like they couldn't come up with more content that reflects us without them going into something like very emotional, sentimental.
Okay.
The ha-has are not easy. And Tash Matash proved it so many years that you cannot make it funny every single year.
No, you need to mix it up.
You need to mix it up. That's the thing. I feel like, these... See, when you're talking about YouTube and all these things, okay, and like basically the whole media platform, YouTube is basically relying on, I am company X and I have YouTube with me and you guys are pumping out great content and people are listening. I, as a company, I need to find who's the guy who's going to come after you, both of you. I can't stick to both of you. You guys will outgrow me.
Sure.
Okay.
So I need to find the person who's next. People stopped. Do you know why? Because I feel like the person who's coming next already knows how much he should be getting paid or what type of contracts he wants. If I'm giving you my content, I would like for me to own my content. I'm not just giving it to you as a company. If you saw me as an employee, then you own my content. So I feel like when people start figuring it out, some companies, they knew that they couldn't benefit off of that, and they start taking different routes.
So people realize it's not as lucrative. It's not a door that's going to lead them somewhere they want to go. Basically.
No, he's saying it's more like people figured out that they don't need the
big boy
yeah.
with the...
It's like the music
with the
industry.
following.
Yeah. You don't need the agency to promote your music anymore.
I can just pump it up on Apple and Spotify and make
what I'm
money.
saying is we have it, like I very distinctly remember an entire creative wave of Saudi shows on YouTube. That wave has passed. Now, is there a creative wave that's taking over? I don't see it. If it's there, I'm sure it's there in different, like, their own niches. The gaming niche, the lifestyle niche, the how to take care of your baby niche, all of those different niches. But overall, when it comes to the comedic element that really drew and attracted everybody,
the comedy
in,
shows,
yeah, there's no one there to take that place yet.
Well,
There's
yes.
no replacement.
Well, there's no replacement because, okay, let me tell you how they messed up. In my own personal opinion, and I know some of you, like, I have really good friends in this industry, and my own point of view, it has something about you guys personally, because I'm going to use some of them as references for a second. One of the biggest issues, people got on YouTube. YouTube blew up. And then they started extending their sites to what? TV.
Yeah.
Because they thought that TV was the big deal. And so some of them decided to leave these incubators, let's call them incubators,
Okay.
and decided to go into TV. When they went there, they realize they're not that funny in Lebanon. They're not that funny in Egypt. They're not that funny in Kuwait. They're not that funny in Syria. They're not that funny in a lot of places.
They have a limited demographic.
Exactly. And so what happens when you get on TV and you get kicked off, it's very hard to get back up and to be relevant again. And most of these people, they lost the passion, let's say.
And traction.
Yeah. The traction, you can always get it back. The biggest proof of that is Hisham, whatever his name is.
Oh, Abul Hish.
Yes, Abul Hish.
Yeah.
Abul Hish from Star Academy. Who was on TV. Till today, people talk about
This guy's
him.
a legend.
I swear to God,
Like,
man.
Talk about longevity.
I swear to God, man. Like every time I see this guy, I want to high five him.
Yeah.
The way he played it and stayed relevant year in, year out, that's amazing.
Yeah, he just made it work. It's the grind. That's the grind.
That's the grind.
That's the grind.
It's also the face.
respect.
I mean,
Let's keep in mind, there's a lot of
He's got a very
people.
friendly face, that smile. Khalas, he's,
Yeah,
he's
but
got
he's
you.
still putting the
He's
work
like a
in.
friend.
He's still putting the work in, though.
Not
Yeah,
only-
he is. He is.
Not only
I'm gonna
that.
say no.
some
Big
people
ups to,
don't
Abul
understand
Hish.
that, you know.
For real.
Let's keep in mind that some people who were making YouTube videos at that time, and some right now. Let's all be honest. Some of them never heard the word no in their life.
What do you mean?
I mean, they had great access.
Okay.
They wanted to buy the nice camera for X amount of money. They got the money for it. So they didn't have to really grind for the best camera.
Mm.
Okay.
So most of those people, when they hear a no or people don't like them on TV, it hurts them on the inside. And they take it personally.
But see, that's the thing. It's when it comes to this level, you know, it's about the at that point when you make that step up, it's about what you actually bring to the table. It's about who you are and what you can create as content rather than all the fluff, the nice cameras, the good set, like, you know, the clever shooting. This is where the content actually becomes
An artist doesn't blame
King.
his tools, I suppose.
yeah, like this is where the content is always king. So the
Yeah.
question is, like, okay, I see what you're saying, or I do it in the sense of, okay, they left that they left what they know, what they knew. They went to something they were not as familiar with. They got exposed to a much bigger audience, which didn't appreciate them as much as where they were before.
Also, to add to that, I don't want to put all the blame on them because some of them actually told me some horror stories, or I heard through other people. Some stories about I went to X company and we had a plan, and they told me this show I can do it in my way. Then they hired 2 producers, and these guys want to do another way, and it became every episode we're fighting.
Ooh, creative differences.
Yes.
That's a tough one.
And at the same time, X company brings you those producers, so they trust them because those guys know TV.
Mm,
You're new to TV,
yeah.
so you become a puppet.
So it's creative control, basically.
Exactly. And you see when you become a puppet, you know that you don't have your freedom. That's when you.
That's what we've gone wrong already.
Yeah, and because on top of that, let's keep in mind that some of those producers, once they break you, they said they have to
They
still have.
break you.
Yeah, they break you.
Okay.
If someone's not allowing you to be
My
as creative
horse.
as you are,
Yeah.
and not to be able to show your art. You brought me out of YouTube because you believed in me. Now you're telling me to out on TV and be like everybody else.
Yeah, they don't want you for your content. They want you for your face. They
No,
want you for
not
your
even that. They
audience.
want you for your audience.
Yeah.
They want you for your
And
audience.
yeah,
It's
because
not
of
about
your face.
you.
Oh, let's be honest. TV here is more about your face than your audience.
Yeah.
Because there's people who have great audience, huge following. That's
It doesn't look good on TV.
Yes.
Sure, fine. Again, that's always going to matter. But at the end of the day, when you say they're bringing you, what are they bringing you for? Yeah, because they want all of those, you know, tens and tens of watchers that, you know, constantly watch.
Hey, we're the only ones who got tens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're the only ones who got tens.
They got
Everybody got
thousands
thousands.
on-
We got tens. All right.
No, but it's for real. Like that's,
We got penny listeners.
okay. So those guys, fine. They've gotten burnt out. You know, it wasn't their field.
Yeah.
What's next? Do you guys see anybody coming up on the field right now in the terms of creative?
I don't care who's coming up next, to be honest. You know why? Because it's still the system is still the same thing. When I was telling you about producers breaking you, what happens after that? You're not done. You're on a contract. I, as a producer, now have to milk you to get the best out of you. Not like milking rabbits like last week.
No, yeah, fair enough.
I have to get the best out of you in order for me to save face in front of my company and at the same time get some money in. And when I'm done, that's it. You're difficult to deal with. You're difficult to work with. Yada, 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 yada. And then nobody wants your
You
industry.
get your return on investment, and then you
Exactly. And
That's
also,
correct.
our industry is very small. You're either on this major channel or this major channel and done.
So that's the black hole that they disappear into. It's
Exactly.
the burnout. It's the contract tied. It's the, hey, I can't do my thing anymore because I need, you know, I'm still in
Intellectual
contract.
property.
Yikes.
creative differences.
So that's all just so very icky.
Yes, and so when those people are driven out, what do you have left?
Nothing.
You have people jumping on trends, and that's it.
Yeah, nothing. So
Nobody creates content anymore.
no, but I'd like to think, I don't know, and maybe in different, maybe not in video or YouTube as much as before, but like I'd like to think at least the music industry in Saudi is growing, maybe not as fast as it should, but you know there has been growth over the past couple of years. No,
For
Yes?
for the
Really?
for what?
For like
What?
local musicians, basically.
Local musicians? Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
Local musicians with the events. Well, this year stopped, but let's say
Yeah.
like last year, 2019 was a great year for musicians.
True, but I've seen them. I still like we're still growing. Into
Yeah, we're
that
still
business.
Definitely,
Yeah,
That's
we're nowhere near where we want to be.
All I see right now is a lot of like indie musicians that are they're popping. They're doing some great stuff,
Yeah.
but I don't feel like there's a like
Or hobbyist.
or hobbies. Yeah, basically.
Well, that's the thing.
But you don't see like billboards of Saudi musicians selling tickets now.
That's still gonna take you a while, like because the fact that like people who are Saudi, people who have grown here, people who have studied music, I think that pool of people is very very small.
That's very
yeah.
small. Yeah,
And like I think right now,
that's changing now.
yeah, Ministry of Culture has this program where you know you can go to music schools. I think they're opening up music schools, like soon across the country. So
That's scholarships, right?
scholarships. So that will take time to grow. I
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
But you do see like positive trends in that direction. Like I can think of, you know, DJs, I can think of Turkey.
True, there are some good DJs.
Yeah. Independent musicians, like, you know,
And now you're allowed also to play live events
which you
at restaurants and cafes.
which you
and
do
stuff
see a
like
lot.
Oh, that's
Yani,
dope.
which you do see a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I see a couple of cafes going with the whole live performance route. It's very nice.
Have you been?
No,
Why not?
that. In Sharqiyya, I've been to a few.
still COVID. I don't know.
It's just
Well, now no, but before I used to go to a few of them. The issue that I find with the whole process is the approval. The approval needs to be much faster than what it is to get the licensing to do that.
okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a
I
kind of
thought
a
the audience approval. That's what you.
no. The audience, you always. The beautiful thing about us as Saudis, we love entertainment.
Yeah, but we don't applaud. That's something that I've noticed. Like
We
in
don't
everything.
applaud?
We don't applaud like regularly.
I
We don't show passion towards like whoever's on the stage.
Okay, yeah, I see that. I see that. I
You
see
get
that.
it? We still got that like a little bit of pompous, like well done. Thank you very much.
Or the usual, ما عنده سالفة.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
Bob Marley did it better.
yeah.
Like we know, like we know who he is. Like he.
That- maybe the reason for that is a lot of these places that you can find like these live acts and stuff, like it's not really set up for the musician or for the
Ah.
live act, you know. It's just he's there as a
mood setter, basically.
ما بقول placeholder.
Okay. You're saying basically it's
He's-
a cafe with a cafe demographic of people that are going there for the cafe, and all of a sudden, there's a
خلينا
musician.
نجيب لك مطرب كذا يلا يجي
Yeah,
ينعنش
and all the
الجو.
people in the cafe are like, "What the hell is
Not
happening
necessarily,
here?" No, no.
not necessarily, but I'm saying there's a difference between a place that, for example, you know has regular live acts and you're going for the music.
Exactly.
You're going for the regular live
The
acts
expectations are different.
completely.
The mindset you're coming into this place with is completely different. I agree.
Yeah.
And that's where like musicians and live performances should be.
But we don't have spaces that do that.
Some cafes are starting that, but I don't know why. I don't know who's saying it's not lucrative, but I think it's a huge business that's gonna blow up.
Bro, there's this one place here in Riyadh. It's like a piano jazz bar or something. Like تعال شوف الزحمة after بعد
The
العشاء.
one next to تخصصي,
Next to
across from Nizumi.
next to Tahliya, I think.
Across from Nizumi.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Not
remember, yeah.
تخصصي. Yeah, next to
صالة
Tahliya.
التحلية.
في الضباب.
Bro, I'm not from here.
في الضباب.
They all look different to me, and they all look the same at the same
Yeah,
time.
في
He didn't
الضباب.
get the صالة التحلية
No, he
joke.
didn't.
You did.
I am not a local.
But I'm just
Okay.
saying, like, that's an example of a place that you can always. I've never been again to the place, like, but من الزحمة اللي برا تحس إنه okay,
Okay.
I want to go check it out.
Okay.
It gives you that vibe when you're walking through Paris.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Whoa.
not yet.
Yeah.
That's a huge vibe to get.
No,
from
no,
the
no, no.
house.
I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the place.
Oh, you
Yeah.
went to the place?
Yes.
Okay.
No, actually, I was across from it. I was at the what's the name? I think I was. There was
There's a restaurant over there.
there's an Italian restaurant right
Yeah,
across from it.
Cicchetti.
Yeah, that's where I was at. Very average.
Small plates.
Very average.
Very small plates.
No. Very small plates.
Yeah.
Yes, but very average. Okay, you fooled me with the whole Italian at the door. Yeah. When I get in, bro, your food was average.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's not a
I've been
conversation.
there once. It was.
But anyway, and as
It's good food.
a
I like
design,
it.
as
I don't know about
everything,
you.
It gives you that vibe when you're walking through cafes and assuming like there's like 5-6 cafes that are serving on the street and inside.
Yeah, but you still you still need that whole vibe of buskers and stuff. You get my point.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
Do you want steal vibes?
And the Eiffel Tower in the background? What are you expecting?
Can we have like Saudi mimes?
Okay,
is
fair
that not a
enough.
thing?
Man, my throat is killing me.
What's happening? Man? You good? You good? You got me worried now.
Have you guys noticed that?
I want water now.
Have you noticed that before we started recording,
You're completely fine.
I was completely
You
fine?
good? Yeah.
Man, I think it's this mic.
صحة صحة.
Anyways,
There's a lot of fluff on the mic. Might want to clean it up.
you're the fluff in this mic.
Oh.
Oh. But anyway, so I still don't think that we're gonna have anyone coming in unless someone comes and provides something to them.
What's
I
up?
think the next thing that a lot of people should focus on is talent management. But talent management with a good percentage, like an 80-20, not a 50. Maybe it's like a 50, more like a 20-80.
Yeah, but
80-20 is good.
If I give you 80% and I take 20, and I provide you with what's the name? I only take 20 off of what I give you. So if I give you 5 gigs, if I give you 5 gigs, I take 20% off of that. It'd be good.
be great.
I thought like
It's the standard manager fee.
10% is the standard. Isn't
You'll
it?
be lucky to find 10%.
Really?
20, I'm being gracious here.
Okay, dude. Architects are not doing this business right. I am sorry.
No, it's still a brand new field. Like I think we do have a few talent management agencies, but again, the pool is limited to what? Like a bunch of people who do movies, the same cast that you see in TV and movies repeated over and over again.
Same guy who's in every single movie there is.
مثلا يعني مثلا I'm just saying, like, bro, there's this one guy in stock images. I keep seeing that guy. The guy does everything. Like, عنده مزرعة خضار وعرفت يقشر بصل.
وهو الخضار.
كل حاجة. It's the same damn guy. That's one field that could be growing.
Okay, so you're saying the pool is quite small.
Limited. It's limited when it comes to what actors, musicians,
Talent in general. I feel that like there's a lot of talent that are just so interested in getting into that field, but it is a closed circuit.
How is it closed though?
I don't know. I feel like because you keep seeing the same faces.
I don't think it's closed. I think it's hard to navigate through and to come out.
No, I think everyone is trying to have everyone's back within the business, the already established
Are you
business.
talking about TV and movies here?
Yeah, content in general.
No. TV and movies,
Traditional.
as in our traditional TV and movies.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a closed
Yes.
shop.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
It is.
That's one thing to keep in mind, fellas.
It's been 6 people for 40 years.
Oh yeah, definitely.
One thing to
Oh,
keep
yeah.
in mind is us traditionally, as people, as Saudis, we're not really used to being in public. We're not really used to being in the public eye. Traditionally, we've been brought up, to conform rather than to stand out.
True. We watched Crystal Maze. We didn't have Crystal Maze.
Yes. So what I'm saying is maybe that creative instinct has been, not really, what's the word, encouraged over the past 20 years. And maybe that's why I haven't really been seeing them as much. But last 5 years, that tone has been changing.
No, I totally disagree. The last 10 years, there's been amazing people who want to pop out, but there's no one giving them a chance.
10 years, yeah, that's fair.
Agreed.
That's fair.
Totally
that's fair.
agreed.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But 10 years is because it's with the whole YouTube thing. No, but I do think of, for example, some of friends of mine, okay, who love to sing, who have great voices, but at the same time, they're very, very careful about being seen in public or having a video clip of them
Okay.
singing.
You're talking about the cultural stigma. That's I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
that's what I'm saying.
I agree.
Like,
I know a lot of people that are like limiting their dreams because of that.
because انه والله ما نبغى احد يقول علينا شيء ولا
Yeah, he's
جماعتنا
got a dude that's got an amazing talent, and he can exploit that to blow up and make it big in the business. But at the end of the day, he's got a kid, he's got a wife, he's got a family, he's already got a job that pays well. So why risk it? Why do that? And even if you tell him do it on the side, it's gonna affect my business, it's gonna affect my job, it's gonna affect my social status, my cultural status, my work status, basically.
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm thinking more about وش بيقولون عن الناس وش بيقولون عنكم الناس.
True,
Like
yeah, that is a huge part of it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
لا بس
We're still there.
But we have a generation that's growing up saying, I don't care about any of that.
Yeah.
which is great.
Alhamdulillah.
Which is great.
Some of their content is not that good.
But
Nonetheless.
I would pump these people right now so others can come out.
Okay, fair enough.
Just pump them with money, let them explode a little bit, and then let other ones come out, man. You're not gonna get anything if no one is gonna break the barriers first.
Okay, so you got two schools of thought here. You got support, even if they're bad, and for the good of the industry. Or you got don't support and wait for someone to actually shine so you can support them properly.
Nope. Still
No.
support. Still
Still
I'll
support.
tell you why. Because even if you're bad today, I'm supporting you. You're gonna get better. You're gonna get better with time eventually. Like even and that applies to us. We don't know this podcast game as well as we thought or we think we do.
Speak about yourself.
I
Speak
know.
about
I'm
yourself,
sorry,
son.
know,
dude.
no,
I got this unlocked,
No,
baby.
I am a
I got
master.
this unlocked.
Look at that.
Monetization, here we
Black
go.
belt 3 Dan. Dude. Come on,
Exactly.
what are you talking about?
Look at the humbleness in this room. Look at it. Look at it, fellas.
Black
Look
belt
At it.
3 dance.
No, but
I
like,
guarantee you, he thought that was a meal.
Right? With a side of crispy fries.
There we go. Those are the dance.
but you know,
Oh, man.
we will get better with time, and we will kind of get to that point where 10 episodes, 20 episodes, 30 episodes down the line, we're gonna be better at doing this than we are. Hopefully.
I hope not.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I hope not. Yo, man, look, I love this so much. You know why?
Why?
It's not because it's. How can I explain this? Because you guys understand what I'm trying to say, but I'm trying to put it in words. What we're doing here every single week. To some people, they might think it's not important. To us, it's very important because we do have a direction. We do want to improve.
True.
But what do we want to improve? We want to improve local talent. And we're not talking about only Saudi. We're talking about all across the whole Middle East. We have a direction where we want to go and who we want to support. And we're slowly getting the message there how much we love local talents, local artists, singers, everything. If you're local, reach out. If you have art to sell, reach out. I will
Yeah.
buy. I will buy.
we will pass the Kabsa with them. With that one, we will
Wow,
definitely do.
that's cheesy.
There
I
we
like
go. There we go.
I
Look at the marketing guy moving.
There we
For
go.
real.
Look at the marketing guy moving. There we go. There we
extra
go.
cheese. Quite whizzy. I forgot what I was going to say.
Good. Let me continue my rant.
Yeah, please.
So, the direction we're gonna go is gonna be the same as what we're talking about. The reason we're speaking is because there's no one else speaking. If there was someone else who can carry the baton and speak on our behalf and the way how we see this country and the beautiful things that it has and the talent that it has, I don't think any of us would have lifted a finger. We are lazy. That's all.
Bro,
let's be honest.
you would have saved a crap load on like equipment.
I would have saved a lot of
Like,
money.
a
I put
whole lot
up
of
my
money.
time somewhere else,
Yeah.
and like I don't have to fight with you every single week.
Okay,
Actually, I fight with you either way every single week. It
can,
doesn't matter.
Can I go off on a tangent?
Go ahead.
Because
Give me that tangent.
Speaking of,
Is it orange?
no,
What's a tangent?
Wow.
okay,
Wow.
that's a tangerine. You uncultured swine.
Ah,
Wow.
y'all are haters.
Okay, no, but speaking of content creation, like one guy that came across my radar last week, and this guy is a king in content creation, Travis Scott. Why am I bringing Travis Scott up? Because Travis Scott just did a thing with PlayStation where he is doing a partnership, and I don't know what the hell the partnership
Oh.
is.
No, they hired him as a what?
Creative consultant,
No, was it consultant?
creative partner.
Oh, creative partner.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
And he dropped an ad with what it looked like to be a new pair of, Nike Low Dunk Travis Scott's, I guess.
Yeah,
And
with the reverse swish.
yeah,
Those are shoes for anyone who doesn't know what they're talking about.
those kicks.
Unfortunately, I do know what they're talking about.
No, but
Yeah.
the point I want to make is Travis Scott is a musician. What are you doing with PlayStation? I don't know what he's doing with PlayStation.
Dude, didn't he have an online concert?
He had an
on
online concert
Fortnite?
on Fortnite the beginning
that
of
was
this year.
Amazing.
It was a great concert. It was,
was
like
beautiful.
it was 10 minutes long. It was trippy as hell, and it got a whole lot of people to sign up to Fortnite.
It was a full on immersive experience, and that's what he used the full extent of what the gaming
visuals.
industry can provide.
The visuals, the
It was
graphics,
beautiful to see it.
the way
You
it was,
guys forgot when they, go ahead.
the visuals, the graphics, and the way he did it, he took you out of the whole context, concert experience, and you went on a trip through space and galaxy with him, and that was so much fun. Honestly,
It
it was
was.
great to watch.
It was.
One more thing he did this year that I think deserves a lot of praise: he dropped a burger with McDonald's, and that burger
No,
was
it was the same burger.
What?
it was the same
Yeah,
burger.
it was the same. It was. I think it was a quarter pounder, the same as it is. It
But
just
what
had
was-
had a
the sauce was different.
no theme and just something with it. I forgot what it was.
Wasn't
Comics
it?
and
But
action
nothing different.
No, but
Did they have an action figure?
Yes, there you go. An action
that's
figure.
dope.
There we go.
That's
and I
nice.
think they So that burger sold out. That burger literally sold out.
Yeah,
in
but
a
so
lot of
it was
places.
available. It's not about selling out. Look, I understand where you're going with this on Travis Scott. Before Travis Scott, who did we have?
Amro Diab. He was great, man. He's still relevant.
He was robbing people left and right.
Okay.
But do you guys remember when the Kanye West rant when he's talking about Lady Gaga? Lady Gaga was hired as the content or creative director of either Polaroid or Kodak or
Oh
something.
yeah.
Do you remember that?
Polaroid, I think it's Polaroid.
Yeah, so they've been doing this of getting people who they already see it because an artist is very creative. So you taking on Travis Scott and said, "Hey, give me your creativity." That also he has a huge fan base,
Yeah, exactly. That's more lucrative.
but
for a
also
company.
his fan base is like really directed at Travis Scott. It's not like it's a different type of fan base.
It's a very Travis Scott fan base.
Very Travis Scott fan base, and a lot of people, even outside of that, anything he touches, everybody wants.
But the reason I brought it up is because credit to this guy. Okay, he really might be the biggest, I don't know, pop star, music star in the world right now because he was able to get.
Drake still lives.
Well, I'm just saying he might be because he was able to get McDonald's, PlayStation, and Fortnite. So the biggest fast food company in the world, the biggest video game company in the
Whoa.
world, and the biggest online game in the world. And all of them want him. They're asking for him. Like, please, Travis, give us attention.
Do you know Arby's?
the ones
Fast
that have
food?
the meats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know who came up with the we have the meats?
No.
Pusha T.
Seriously?
Yes.
No way.
Pusha T came up with it.
No way.
You
Pusha
know,
T is a rapper, for those who don't know.
yes, McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
Justin Timberlake.
Pusha T.
Pusha T? Seriously?
Yes.
What?
So if you have someone that's creative and you
Wait,
give
was
him a
that
room
before
to create,
his rap
no,
career?
this was during.
Really?
Yeah, this was during.
I thought the slogan's kind of outdated.
That I'm loving it was
No.
was recent. But did he actually come
No,
up?
I'm loving it was way before. The
Even
recent
before.
was Arby's. He said it in an interview.
I'm loving it started in the 90s.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
said it in an interview. Okay,
Yes.
I tend to not trust rappers when they just boast
No,
up
no,
about
no,
I
no,
did this, I
no,
did
no.
that.
He said it. He was
That's
like, the
kind of
problem
what-
with Down, why he doesn't speak about it is because they paid him a one-time payment. Arby's, nah, he gets paid every time this gets played.
Oh, nice.
Fahmt كيف?
Okay,
So that's why he doesn't mention the McDonald's as much as the Arby's.
I would mention.
But again, see, again, if you take someone that's creative and you give him the space to create, you'll get something good. But if you take someone that's creative and try to mold him into what your idea is,
or her.
So
Or her.
lesson here.
and you destroy them.
Lesson here, all of y'all big boys, all of those people controlling the landscape, let people be themselves. Don't try to control anybody. Don't try to fit somebody a square hole in a was it a square circle, square peg in a circle.
I want to see where you're going with this.
Yeah.
Yes, I know where it is,
No,
but
no,
keep going,
but
keep digging.
Yeah, basically just let people be themselves without trying to change them and mold them into something that you think that they should be
Do you know where that also starts?
with people themselves.
Well, yes, but
Yeah.
where does it start?
Where does it start?
At the house.
Okay,
Do you know why?
why?
If you have children,
Oh
which
yeah,
none of us do.
definitely, yeah.
if you allow them to be creative and not try to mold them into engineers and no offense, Turks,
Thank
and
you.
to whatever it is, and let them have their creative freedom
So-called artists.
Thank you.
and building sketches.
No, but that's actually true. Like, and that's one of the things. I never felt pressured into being something that I didn't want to be, which I'm glad. Alhamdulillah. And my parents, they always gave me the freedom to explore what I wanted to do. I personally I felt like I wasted a couple of years trying to figure out what I wanted to do in uni years. Figured it out. Alhamdulillah. Going, forward. Alhamdulillah.
You
Job.
figured it out.
Alhamdulillah.
You figured out the job.
Yeah.
It took those years, and you actually came up with something at the end of it, which is knowing what you want to do for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
It was a fruitful journey.
And for you, Turks, as well, like, I'm pretty sure you always wanted to be like drawing artist, man.
No, he didn't.
No?
I think
No.
that was the exact title that I was going for.
Yeah.
Turks wanted to be a dolphin whisperer.
Unfortunately, that's not a real. I looked it up. Does not
Oh my
exist.
There's only like 3 in the world at one time.
Yeah.
One has to die for the next one to be.
Waiting for
I
David
think
Attenborough.
what we need to do, like individually, all of us, is that okay? If none of us have kids now and none of us can create a new generation that can give us great content and be themselves, let's at least support the people who are doing it right now. At least, just support them. Just support them. Yeah, okay, I bought an ashtray that was for 360 riyal. All right.
Okay.
Everyone I told them that I bought an ashtray. Look at
Look at
Turk's
his face.
face. Look at Turk's face.
God, I'm disgusted.
You're disgusted. You know what I did?
What?
I saw someone who actually put in work, learned something new, put in effort, and came up with something that was actually very good. Yes, it's expensive because they're one person.
I get it.
I
get
would give the 360 to that person. And I by the way, I still follow them.
Okay.
So
fair
yeah,
enough.
they're still popping. If they stopped after that 360, I want my money back.
That 360 better keep you going.
I know. Like 6 years from now, I'm asking about that 360. So I really hope that some way, somehow, that we can all just go and support local talents, whomever they are, and don't go to the people who are already established. No, those people, they got to figure it out. Go look at other people, support them, help them, go to their events, so buy their arts,
Go to your friends' events.
play their music, stream it.
One thing I do need to I need to hate on. I need to hate on this.
Oh my god,
Y'all, Saudi fashion designers, please do not just take prints of things, put them on t-shirts, sell them, and call yourself a designer.
Okay, let's not. This is for a later subject.
Yeah, this is a huge
This
one
is
that
my field. Okay,
Yeah, like
so we will have this conversation soon. We will have it real soon.
that was my reaction.
But because creativity for fashion is totally different. I'm not looking at that right now. But
Try harder is what I'm trying to say.
how about we try hard in helping local talents?
I will start. Can I give a shout out to my boy, one of my boys?
Let's go ahead.
Shout out to Lanky Music. Good job,
great.
Sada. You're doing great. He just dropped a new song called Olaf's Party.
Oh, I saw that video.
It's a
Beautiful video.
Really nice video.
Very
Really
like
nice track. Very chill. Listeners, check it out. You'd love it.
If next week I don't hear any more shout outs, I'm gonna whoop your asses.
What? You want more shout?
I want every week to give a shout out to someone.
Yo, you have
Don't
somebody
worry
we want to shout out?
Right now?
Yeah.
No.
All right. Then we'll
Right now I need to go through my list.
need to keep that.
Yeah,
for next week.
no, I got people in the tuck, but I'm
Alright.
just waiting on some other things to come through.
All right.
Or maybe I'm trying to sign them.
Mhm.
One or two.
Anybody wants to shout out? Give us a heads up. If
Give
we
a
like-
heads up.
if we like
Also-
you,
And a check, please.
we'll shout you out.
Great times.
Good stuff.
Good stuffs actually. Like I hate y'all, but at the same time I love y'all. So it's
Yeah.
kind of weird.
I tolerate you. That's-
Tolerating is actually very good. I think we should go with tolerate.
I
for now.
really
I
wanted to
accept
get-
y'all's existence.
Yeah,
That's all.
No,
What?
I don't tolerate y'all. I don't hate y'all. I just love y'all.
Ew. Oh my God, man. Like why you have to ruin things, man?
Did he just say that?
He says, I think he loves the song.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm about to say like, ew, I need to go shower.
It is a good song.
What's his name? Before I go, thank you to everyone who are supporting us. Thank you if you're listening, if you're downloading, if you're playing, if you're viewing. If you're on YouTube, you're on Twitter, you're on Instagram, you're on Apple, you're on Google Podcast, Stitcher, whatever you're on. Thank you. We appreciate it. We're getting on YouTube really, really soon. Within 2-3 weeks, hopefully. You're going to have to see our ugly ass faces
Ew.
twice a week. And you're going to have to tolerate us. And I'm sorry for that. But we love you. We thank you for your support. Keep supporting us. And we would like to also support you. So if you have people who are local, who are talented, or who just need a boost, we
Anyone
have
deserving
no
of a
problem.
shout out.
Would you stop calling me? Okay, thank you. Appreciate it. That's
I'm out.
exactly what I'm trying to say.
I'm out.
Peace.
Peace.